That's unlikely. Oh, it is. Oh, well, that makes things really helpful for Miss Erica, so that we can kind of talk through things as we go through different things. Okay. All right. So let me share my screen. How you doing, Vera? You doing okay? Good. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to paste this link here, which is the one that just opened after I logged into the YouTube, which we'll give you access to later, Miss Erica. So now that's there. This will then be attached to the students' profiles. And there'll also be a secondary reference video that you can use, even if you missed anything. I see you're taking notes, and that's awesome. But if you miss anything, there'll be a video that you can reference. Okay, Arn is here, Veer is here. Well, we have two students, and both of those students are in early stage 2. So Arna, you're in early stage 2, and Veer, you're in early stage 2. We know that's because it says right here, ES2. So we go in order just to make things advanced from the easiest pieces to hardest. And that way we can also talk through them in that way too. So that in that case, I'm just going to have Arna, you go first since you're an A, so alphabetical order. You're actually AA, which is even easier. You're no matter what going to always be first by your first name. You're going to play for us. And have you had seminar before? You've had seminar before, right?
Yeah.
Great. So go ahead and announce your name and your piece, and then we're looking forward to hearing your play.
Okay, I'm Arna and I'm playing Minuet in F.
Applause. Very nice. I'm guessing it's your first performance on this piece?
Yeah.
Very nice. Good, very good draft performance on this piece. We'll come back to you in just a moment, so hang tight. We're going to move forward into our next performer of the day, which is Veer.
My name is Veer, and I'm going to play Minuet in F.
Okay, so I did not expect you guys to play both the same piece. I wasn't even aware that there will be both the same piece today, but it actually makes things really convenient. So this is a great onboarding for Miss Erica. This is almost perfect. What we do in the second half of class, which is now we're going to enter, is that we start to talk about the piece of music in general and try to learn about that piece of music so that we can not only play it better for ourselves, if that's the piece that we're playing, or to learn something from somebody else's piece that we've never even seen and get better through learning their music. So it's an exposure to that piece of music. Let's go over to Arna's piece of music, which is the same. She has, I actually think you guys have different editions. I noticed that one small detail. So we have the Bastion edition here, and I think this is a Snell edition. Yes, it is. 1997 Snell. This is from one of his collections. But we'll use Arnis for today, just to keep it uniform. Okay, so first of all, I want to first ask, what is a minuet? Because it's such a critical part of playing the piece. Because if you don't really fully understand what that is, not you don't have to know everything about it, but what do you guys know about it? Erica, because I already know she knows lots of stuff about this. So Arna, Veer, nothing. Minuets.
Is this supposed to be like a dance?
Pantomime over there. That was very helpful. It's a dance. Great. What is special about this dance? Well, the first thing you want to notice is the meter. So the time signature. What is the time signature in this piece?
3 beats per measure.
So much time today to really learn a little bit more about meter because it's critical to minuet. It is 3 beats per measure. Why is there a 4 underneath?
Because it's in total there's 4 beats each bit. Wait, I forgot.
You were trying. Go try. Keep trying. Keep trying on that.
It's like in total it can be 4 beats per measure.
Okay, so I'm glad we're going over this. It could be if it were 4/4. The number on the top indicates the number. And thank you for trying that, Veer. I know it's hard to take guesses like this, but I appreciate the risk. The number on the top is the number of beats per measure. So that means in every one of these measures, we'll have 3 beats, with the rare exception that we have a pickup, which we don't in this case. There's not a pickup here. It starts right on the downbeat, the first beat. And the 4 on the bottom indicates the value of the note that gets 1 beat. What note gets 1 beat? So if you have a fraction, and the fraction is 1/4, what does that equal to? What do we call that?
1/4.
1/4, or if there's like a nickname for 1/4, we would call it a quarter. So the quarter note is what gets 1 beat, quarter note. Okay, great. We're getting there. Now, the meter is 3/4, but unfortunately for all beats are not created equal here. They all are important in their own way, but they are all not emphasized with the same importance. And why is that? Let's think about back to what a minuet is, which is a dance. What do you think that means for the dance? Why would some beats be more than others? Like, why can't this every beat be equal in weight and sound? What would that make? If you were actually to just like do a dance where every single beat was the same value, what would that make it the dance out to be? Probably it becomes more of a think about it. Try to imagine what that would look like. If you turn into a kangaroo, like everything would be important, but it's not the case. What is the case here? We have the first beat is our strong beat, 1 and 2, 3. Similar to a waltz structure, we have a strong beat 1. So both of you, when you play this, have these sort of, I don't want to use a fancy word, but like strong dynamics, we'll say, on beat 1. Can we just, both of you can keep yourself muted, try it, and then just play the first 4 measures, right hand only. Do not play left hand, just right hand only, and focus on 1 and 2, 3. And notice what I'm doing with my voice and the dynamics of my voice. 1 and 2, 3. Hopefully the microphone is cooperating. 1 and 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, I see Veer trying to do it with his head. Try to do it more with your arm and your hand, not your head. I mean, you could do it with your head if you want, but then your sister will make fun of you or something like that. Okay. Give you guys another, and then we are going to try this out. 3, 2, 1. Kablamo. All right. Veer, you're going first.
Okay.
Just right hand. Remember, what are the strong beats again?
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Really very good job, by the way. Very good effort. And thank you for adapting to the mistake that you made in the beginning. What was really cool is that you started to experiment with physicality, and that's exactly right. What should your hand do in order to be stronger on beat 1? Not Veer, Arna. Arna, what should your hand do to be stronger?
Like maybe like put some
Which is kind of
force into it.
okay. So can we get even more specific? How do you create force?
Like press your hand hard on the key.
I've been asking a tricky question. So the cool thing about piano, and the reason why we call it the pianoforte, or Cristofori called it the pianoforte with like 17 other names, is because it was the first instrument of its kind where you could play loud and soft without having to press a whole bunch of levers and all this different stuff. You could just play loud and soft, or in this case, pianoforte, so soft and loud. That's literally what it's called. So the name of the instrument you're playing is called the soft loud, which seems kind of silly, but it's what it can do. It can play both soft and loud. And the way that we do that is we use weight. So we increase the weight. You can use your body, you can use your left foot, whatever you want to use. You just need to increase the weight, which is why I was applauding Veer's dance that he was trying to do. So I would like you guys to try one time. Just when you're playing the downbeats, lean your weight into the downbeat. Da, da, dum, bum. And as you play the other beats, almost make it impossible for your hand to play loud. And the way that you can make it impossible for your hand to play loud is remove your hand from the piano. Because if your hand can't touch the keys, it cannot play loud. So you're trying to slowly remove your hand out of the piano. Dee da dum bum. Ta da dum bum. Arna, you're next. Try it. Down. It goes down. And try to go down and then give yourself a lot of time to raise up. Don't be like shy about it. When you're lifting, almost play on the tip of your thumb. I'm not asking you to play on the tip of your thumb, but like almost. You know what I mean? Like almost on the very tip of your thumb when you're playing the last note. Almost like you're rolling your hand into the piano. Like you're like a cat playing with something. Like this kind of very loose arm. Try it. There a chance for you to like play it, but not actually press with your finger, but like roll it. Like you were rolling some dough or Play-Doh or something like that. Down and up. Up. Thank you for trying. I'll just try one more time. The last one you played was really nice. If we can get that last one to be the one that happens all the time on beats 2 and 3, which are these C's here, try it one more time. Sorry, I'm really challenging you here because you're doing a good job. But we're gonna move on. Don't worry, I will keep picking on you. What you did, which is slow down. The slow down thing is good if we're at the end of the phrase, but you don't need to slow down for each one of the things. Don't worry about messing up. It's perfectly fine. Okay, let's move on. So that's the first part of this. I wanted to make sure we had a good sense of where we were going with this, the minuet thing. Now, there's another moment there. We can talk about this all day, but there's another moment I want to bring up, which is this is really, really ugly. This moment, I like this moment so much. It's one of my favorite moments in the whole piece. Where is it here? Is this? Yeah. Really nasty. But it sounds so good. That's like probably the best part of the whole piece, because we need it. let's try it. Can we play only that moment and really play both hands? Hopefully, don't wake up your parents or like your little sister if she's sleeping. But play it nice and loud on the downbeat. The nice major second that we got there. Now, so bad. What do you think? Why is it bad? Oh, yeah. Why does that sound fair from here? One, two, three. Fair. Hello.
Yeah, your microphone's cutting out.
What is that?
Wait, me?
No, Julian's microphone is cutting out. We can't hear what he's saying.
There. How about now? Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, great. So Veer, what makes this moment so ugly or so dissonant?
Like it makes like a tune, like some sound that's like off. It sounds very off.
Now, why would we want music to sound bad? This is such a strange question. I mean, it's not contemporary music; it's Mozart. Why this is such a strange thing? Why would he do this? What do you think, Arna? I feel like you have a good answer. You're very intuitive.
Um,
Just take a guess, even if you're wrong. That's perfectly fine. Why would we want something ugly in music?
so that maybe like in the next note part you can make it sound more beautiful.
Exactly. Yeah. It's the you'll as you guys get older, you'll know the best parts are when you go through something really challenging or really difficult or really uncomfortable, and then the resolution to that thing is the beautiful thing that happens. And that's one of the things that music is so good at expressing. So the cool thing here is that we have this really yucky moment in the music where it's like, what is that? But then the next moment is so beautiful. So let's take a look at that moment in context. Can you play it for me, Veer, starting from here, and just double check your hand position when you start. Make sure finger 3 is starting on A. Right, and don't forget the rule that we want to make sure we soften beats 2 and 3. So when you play the F, you'll soften the and it kind of fade away. Better. And then it resolves here after this, and then it becomes a bright and happy day all of a sudden. Arna, did you want to give it a try? And again, just double check your starting position is finger 3 on A in the left hand. Don't forget to play these together. So the D and E get played together. Good recovery. Both of you seem to have gotten that pretty good now. So I don't think we need to talk too much about that. There's one last thing I just wanted to poke at, which is more of a technical thing. I wanted to go over here because both of you seem to have a small issue with this hand position change right here. In fact, I think a cleaner way for us to do this would be to use this fun little app I built last night. I didn't build it for this purpose, but why not? We'll use it. So let me upload our PDF, which is going to be menu in F. Okay, so starting, I have the wrong menu in F. Let me just download it from here then. One second. There we go. Okay, so if we look here, I wanted to go through measure 9 and 10, the hand position change, specifically what's happening in the right hand. So let's just ignore the left hand. Finger 2 starts on C. Finger 4 is mapped to E flat, which makes finger 1 on A. What type of position is that? Is that a natural position? Is it a single stretch position? Is it a double stretch position? Are there any stretches in the hand at that point?
Single stretch.
It is a single stretch. Good. Can you both find that position? And I'd like you to play that A diminished chord all at once. It's going to sound, speaking of gritty things, it's going to sound very gritty there. Okay, you got it in your hand? Now, what's happening between that finger 1 and then the finger 2, which takes the next position? What do we call that? Does anybody know? This is a little bit more advanced of a question. We call that same note, different finger. What is that called? You got it, Vic. Try it. Go for it. Go for it. It's this one right here. Ta-da! Finger switch. So we're going to move our hand to the left. Okay, I'd like you to try it. So we're playing 1 here and 2. Now, Veer, where you had an issue was when you did the finger switch, you didn't map finger 3 to the B flat, which is in the key signature. So I'd like to correct that now. And Arna, I'd also like you to try that now. This is a great time for you to try it. So as you're mapping the 1 and you remap it with the 2, you trade fingers, finger switch there. Make sure that finger 3 goes to B flat. It has to happen right there. So that finger 3 on B flat doesn't happen on measure 10. Finger 3 on B flat happens at the end of measure 9. Whenever you're ready, Veer, can you play those? Play the pink box for me.
Wait, do I play the 2 and 4 like the same thing? Like.
Just play it as written now. Just play it right hand only as written, starting from finger 2 on E on C. Great. Okay, just that much again. Just that much again.
Hey, what?
Just that much again.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fine. And Arna, can we hear the same thing? But can you play to the downbeat? Because the hardest part here is the finger 3 on the B flat. I'm checking your eyes is what I'm checking. So let's double check our position here. A finger switch is where we play the same finger, but a different finger, but same note. Try it one more time. Next note without looking down.
Wait, sorry, what?
Play the very next note without looking down. Ah, okay. Try again. Yeah. See? Okay, great. So you had the same issue that Veer had earlier. Good. Can we fix this? So the mistake that you're making, can you explain the mistake she's making, Veer, so she can improve it? Because you had the same mistake earlier.
Like once you switch your 2 with like the 1 finger, you put the 3 finger goes up to B flat.
Correct. This is exactly right. So Arna, did you catch that? It's a really critical thing. So that exact error that you had was not because you didn't remember B flat. It was because you didn't position your hand in the correct position. Okay. Try again. And try not to look down once you get your hand set up. Excellent. Good. Do that again. Yeah. Now, look, as the last point here before we close up the class, I really appreciate the focus that you guys both brought today. But with that said, please take what we did today and think about it, because especially like this moment, I think this is a very tricky moment to think about, but guess what? It happens 3 times. So if you get that concept right of, hey, I need to map the new position, it's like you get buy one, get 2 free. So there's lots of movement that's happening here. There's another stretch position that happens here, and then we shift back up to the B flat here, G minor position. So you want to think through these moves. I know it's not exactly super fun to think through that. Maybe I'm just a nerd and I like those kind of things, but you want to make sure you think through that so that you feel confident when you perform. The more you can get comfortable with how you move your hand through the different positions, the less you'll need to look down, and also the better you'll be at this piece. You can look down if you want, but that'll be once you memorize it later on. Okay. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Did you have any questions before we finish it up? Otherwise, we'll see you guys soon. No questions? Okay. You guys are all set, and I'll see you guys soon. And Miss Erica, if you want, you can just stay around for 1 second, and I'll see if you have any questions.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Arna.